All right, welcome to lesson 3.4. Today we're going to be focusing on two different learning targets. The first is going to be adding really big whole numbers, and then we're going to work on adding decimal numbers. All right, so that's kind of our goal for today. So this first video, we're going to really talk about adding large numbers. So you can see I have numbers that are going into the thousands, 10,000s, 100,000s, and we'll even work with one that goes into the millions. All right, and so a lot of what you know about adding big numbers, you're going to use again. But the biggest thing we have to remember with both really large numbers and decimal numbers is lining up the place value. Keeping your work organized and lined up is the biggest thing that you can do. If that gets out of whack at all, if you don't line things up, if you're sloppy, or you don't take that careful time to line it up, is where a lot of errors can make. So I've got this number, 435,972, and I'm adding 57,102, okay? So what I'm going to do is I'm going to line up these numbers. First thing I'm going to do is write the bigger number on top. I tend to like to write the bigger number on top. It is not 100% needed, but if you're looking for ways that you can fall into a routine, writing the bigger number on top is a really good thing for you to do. So I'm going to go 435,000. I'm going to do a really nice job of keeping it nice and neat. 972. All right, so I'm going to rewrite this number so it's up and down. What I add on to that is 57,102. So you can see that in this first number, I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 digits. In my second number, I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 digits. So it's a little bit smaller number than my first one. So because it's only 5 digits, the other one is 6 digits, I'm going to start it one spot over. All right, I have to line this up. This is the 10,000s, so I have to make sure that that number goes under the 10,000s kind of row here. All right, so 57,102. All right, so then we kind of have a blank spot there. All right, my numbers are lined up, so I know which numbers to add together. So then, just like any adding problem, I start all the way at the right. I start with my ones. 2 plus 2 is 4. 7 plus 0 is 7. 9 plus 1 is 10. I put the 0 down here. Carry the 1 so that I see that that is 10. I bring that next place value over. 5 plus 7 is 12, plus another 1 is 13. Carry the 1. 5 plus 3 is 8, plus another 1 is 9. 4 plus a blank spot. If I want to fill in a 0 there, think about it. If it's a blank spot, it's just like adding 0. And we have 493074. Now I know that I have to go over 3 numbers and put a comma for my final answer, but I have 493,074. All right, so I lined those numbers up, making sure everything was lined up in a row, did my careful adding, making sure that I'm carrying when I need to with this problem. All right, here is another one. All right, so I've got 371,056 plus 3,213,192. All right, there are 6 digits in this number. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. There are 7 digits in this number. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So I'm going to put the bigger number on top. We're even getting to the millions. So I've got 3,213,191. And I'm adding on to that, knowing that it's 1 digit less. I'm going to move 1 digit over. This one only goes to the 100,000s, where this one goes to the millions. So I'm going to move over 1 and put the 3 underneath the 2, because that's the 100,000s. So 371,056. All right, once it is lined up properly, then I'm good to start adding. 1 plus 6 in the ones place is 7. 9 plus 5 is 14. I put the 4 of the 14 down, carry the 1. 1 plus 0 is 1. Add that extra 1 we carried equals 2. 3 plus 1 is 4. 1 plus 7 is 8. 2 plus 3 is 5. 3 plus a blank spot, which is kind of like filling in a 0, is 3. Now I go every 3 numbers, I put a comma just so I can write it the proper way. So adding those 2 numbers together, I get a total of 3,584,247. So your first problems today are going to be working with really, really big numbers. So line them up. I would get a whiteboard or a piece of paper out. If you have some grid paper, it's really, really helpful to be able to line things up. But you're going to do some big addition, making sure that you're putting those commas in where you need to in your final answer. Once you complete those problems, come back to another video that will be on adding decimals. All right, talk to you in a little bit.